The Iraq War shook the world and changed it forever. But what if I told you everything you've heard is only part of the story? Hidden beneath the headlines are jaw-dropping secrets that few dare to talk about. Secrets that reveal the true cost, chaos, and consequences of the war. Today we're uncovering some of the most shocking truths about the Iraq War that almost nobody discusses. Ready to have your mind blown? Let's get into it. The hidden civilian casualties. Official reports mention tens of thousands of civilian deaths, but independent studies estimate the real number could be hundreds of thousands. People caught in the crossfire, forgotten by history. Many of these deaths never made it into mainstream news, leaving families without recognition or justice. How many lives were lost in silence? It's a haunting question we rarely ask. The missing weapons of mass destruction. One of the war's biggest justifications was the claim that Iraq possessed weapons of mass destruction, WMDs, that posed a grave threat. But after years of searching, no active WMD stockpiles were ever found. This revelation raises serious questions about the intelligence used to launch the invasion. Was the war built on a lie? The world still debates that. Private military contractors. Arriving behind every soldier was a growing army of private military contractors, mercenaries hired by the government and corporations. These contractors often operated with little oversight, sometimes accused of misconduct, and their actions blurred the lines between military and corporate interests. They became a shadow force with questionable accountability, changing how modern warfare is fought, from liberation to insurgency. Early on, many Iraqis saw coalition forces as liberators, but that goodwill quickly evaporated. Heavy-handed military tactics, civilian casualties, and cultural misunderstandings turned allies into enemies. Losing the hearts and minds of the Iraqi people became one of the war's greatest setbacks, changing the entire course of the conflict. Depleted uranium weapons. The U.S. and coalition forces used depleted uranium rounds extensively. While effective against armored vehicles, these weapons have raised serious health concerns. Exposure has been linked to increased cancer rates and birth defects in affected areas. The full long-term impact remains a controversial and underreported topic. Mental health crisis among veterans. The psychological toll on soldiers returning from Iraq was devastating. PTSD rates soared, but mental health services often fell short. Many veterans faced stigma, struggled silently, and some tragically lost their lives. The war's cost isn't just measured in lives lost overseas, it lingers in the minds of those who fought. Iran's quiet influence. While the U.S. focused on Saddam Hussein, Iran quietly expanded its influence in Iraq. Through political alliances and militias, Iran reshaped Iraq's power dynamics, often countering U.S. efforts. This shadow war complicated the conflict and remains a key piece in understanding Iraq's ongoing instability. Cultural destruction and lost artifacts. Iraq is home to some of the world's oldest civilizations. But during the war and ensuing chaos, countless priceless artifacts were stolen or destroyed. Museums were looted, historic sites damaged, a cultural tragedy that stripped Iraq of parts of its heritage. This loss is invisible to many, but deeply felt. Thanks for watching, and remember, real understanding comes from looking beneath the surface.